Right, hello everyone. Welcome. Let's say a few hellos quickly.
Squeaky chair.
Squeaky chair.
Hi Mandy. Hi Lindsay and Alvin. Thank you for coming on. It says hi Amanda, Faye, Simon. Hi chatters. Hope everyone's well. Hi Chris. Hi Emsden. Hi Paul Marie. How are you? Who else have we got? It says hi Amanda, Faye, Simon. Hope everyone's well.
That's me.
Hi Jenny. We've got Jenny as well. Right. So yes, we've got a few on. We've got 10 on. So can somebody tell me in the chat, is Nick and Andrew still on or have they finished?
Fine. But they're still on. Waffling away about Norfolk.
Hi AA, how are you, my love? Co-host never in the chat. Yeah. Just waiting just a few more minutes and see if they've finished.
Oh,
Nick's not been on tonight.
No, they didn't go on.
Oh, he's not been on tonight.
No, they put a video up. I'm just looking to put a video up an hour ago, but it wasn't there live.
Oh yeah, because I saw a picture of him on Instagram. He's on in Brighton. He was like a picture of him with the pavilion at the back. So.
Ah, okay.
Doing all the way down there.
Yeah. So I think that's where they are. Whether they're maybe running late or something, because sometimes they do that, don't they? So yeah.
Hey.
Hi Porky, how are you? Thank you for coming on. Right. So we're here again on a Sunday for the challenge, the vintage challenge. We've got the lovely Faye and Simon on. And I'm sure everybody knows you, but you just want to introduce yourself. I know everyone knows you anyway, but just want to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, how you source things, just a quick sort of,
Yeah, I'm
overview.
Simon.
I'm Faye. Surprise.
We.
Hi, James.
We do Amazon and eBay. We sort of focusing a bit more on Amazon at the moment, but we are really pleased to be invited to this challenge because it got us out and looking at stuff that we don't usually look at.
Yeah, we do still do eBay, but we've just been concentrating for the last couple of weeks on Amazon. So it was nice to get out the two of us together and go on a bit of a treasure hunt. We have been reselling since 2017. That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
And we have given up selling clothes this year. We sort of mentioned that a few times, purely because I don't like it. So whenever Simon more recently looks at something clothing related in a charity shop, I'm like, knock yourself out, but you're listing it. So that stopped him.
Yeah, I step away pretty quick when I hear that.
Yeah. But yeah, we love sourcing. We don't tend to go to many car boots. If we do go to a car boot, we're fair weather car booters, aren't we?
Yeah.
So
and the later the start, the better.
Yeah. There's no way we'd be going to a car boot at 6 a.m. on a Sunday in February.
It's not really. No, not in February. No.
I would rather stay up all night and then go to the car boot than have to go to bed on Saturday night and then think about getting up because I just went away.
No. I mean, honestly, with car boots with me, I only go usually like 9 or 10, and I usually go at 10 usually because they all start packing up at 11, and you get a load of stuff for free, or you get a load of stuff really cheap, like vintage stuff. So that's what I always do. I always go there. Pick it up for like hardly anything. So.
Yeah, we get a lot of our sort of vintage stuff from auction, don't we?
Yeah,
so just buy random lots.
Yeah, we source at the auction, which is we're really lucky. Yeah. It's like 15 minutes from our house. So we source at the auction, we source at charity shops, and we like garage sales and that sort of thing in the summer. We did go to a tabletop sale last Sunday, didn't we?
And a book sale this Sunday.
Oh yeah, no, yesterday we went to a book sale at a church.
We love selling books.
Yeah, we do.
I think it's fair to say books are like the quickest, easiest thing to sell, really, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
And do they sell well then? Books, do they?
Yeah. On Amazon, we sell them. We sell the majority on Amazon. Anything that, for whatever reason, we can't get into Amazon, or if we bought a job lot where, we know that something's going to be way more suited to eBay. Yeah. Then we'll sell on eBay. But majority of the time we source for books for Amazon, and they do well. You just do the research like you do on eBay, and those are the ones that we'll pick up.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago we bought over 100 books at auction. Wow. Probably 60% went straight into Amazon. There was a load that will donate to the charity shop, and then there was the ones left over I listed on eBay because they were either didn't have barcodes and ISBNs, or they were just a little bit too niche, or they were more kind of stationary items, and some of those are sold this weekend. So there's definitely a market for books as well on eBay.
Oh wow, yeah, that's good. I mean, I think I sold a load of Mills and Boons on eBay. I didn't think they were going to sell, but they did.
Were they old Mills and Boon or the more recent ones?
The old ones.
Yeah, they are popular. I've sold loads of Mills and Boon.
Yeah.
If you can get them cheap enough, that's the thing, isn't it?
If they're £1 a book and you see 10 in a charity shop, you think, oh, £10, it's not worth it.
No.
But if you can get like, I don't know, 5 for £1 or something, then definitely worth it. Even the modern ones.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I do auction, but I do a lot of online auction myself because I don't like to go into an auction house. It frightens me. It frightens me is the fact that, like, you know, if you put your hand up and it's like, you know, and then you just want something and you're like, oh, I can't afford this. I can't afford. Do you know what I mean? You sometimes just go mad. So I just put my bids in usually on online, and just if it goes, you know, and if I get it, fine. If I don't, do you know what I mean? That's it. So,
So does that mean you're not picky about what auction house you bid with, or so would you like pay for postage for it to be delivered to you, or do you do ones that are geographically like reasonable?
Geographically, I do the reasonable ones because I did actually once really want something, and I actually called them, and it was in Stoke, and it was going to cost an absolute fortune to get down to West Sussex. And I thought, oh, there's just no way. There's no way. I mean, I pick up a lot of stuff through Facebook Marketplace more than anything, and I pick up a lot of bundles as well, or bundles as car boot Chris would say, and you know. It's really good because, especially action figures for me as well. I pick up a load of action figures and then I sell them individually on eBay. So,
so on Marketplace, do you just browse like local to you, or do you browse for like all of Facebook Marketplace?
I browse all
something up saying this is what I'm looking for. Please get in touch if you've got this sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I have actually done I have gone sort of like to Kent to pick stuff up, and I say I'm going to Great Yarmouth in a few days to pick something up. So, you know, I will travel if I think it's going to be worth my while.
Right.
So, you know, but if I think it's not going to be worth my while and it's just going to be itsy bitsy sort of things, then I won't do it. But you know, some people are very good as well and have actually posted to me. You know. So, you know, but a lot of people won't do that anymore like they used to. Don't know why. They just say, oh, no, come and collect it. I mean, I found this really, really fantastic thing last night, actually. And it was in Dartford. And Dartford's just too far for me to really go and pick something up for like 15 quid. You know what I mean? It's just not worth me going, you know. And I asked the one to post it. It was a doll. It was like a 1970s doll. And she wouldn't post it. And I said, well, it's not that big. And she went, no, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to waste my time posting it. I was like, okay, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? But I thought, well, you know, just with one doll, you could have maybe posted that. I'd have done it myself, you know, it was in like a small box. But some people just don't want to do it. So, it's a shame. But hey ho, that's life.
I can understand for big items, but, you know, if there's something massive, like we sell stuff section only, and people say, can you post it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
something that can go in a box.
Yeah, exactly. So, right. So we'll get on with the challenge then. So we have got. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but we have a 1970s item, don't we?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. And a 1950s item.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it was 1970s
TV theme.
Yep.
And a
1950s anything.
Yeah, 1950s anything.
Yeah.
Bird related.
Yep. Nailed it.
Vintage brooch of any era.
Yeah.
And a 90s action figure.
Sort of.
Now, disclaimer. We had to go. We found it really tough because we went out to a town in the week, and we weren't particularly constricted for time, and it was a town with a lot of charity shops that we are familiar with and know very well. But yeah, some of it was tough. So, you know, we like a challenge. We've probably failed technically on a couple of items.
We've adapted the brief to fit.
That's fine. I look forward to it. I'm getting really excited now.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Oh no, we could crash and burn here. But we have got a bit of a variation for you, Amanda.
Okay.
2 of us. So we thought, why not get something each?
Right. Okay.
So,
Oh, so you.
Me versus Simon versus you.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's even better.
Yeah. So we thought we'd go for that. I mean, that made it even harder. We sort of wish we didn't have that idea, but we were sort of too far in at that stage.
What was it? Was it who saw that first? Oh my God, I'm getting that first.
Yeah. Basically, yes. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, for us, like, you know, we've been looking forward to coming on the channel and doing the challenge, and you know, us having fun was the most important part, even if we've missed the brief in some circumstances.
It's the taking part that counts.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. So I'll let you go first.
No.
Faye.
Oh,
Faye,
right.
Faye goes first.
Okay.
Right. What do you want in the chat? So I always ask the chat if they the first one they want. So we've got 1970s TV themed. We've got a 1950s item. We've got a bird related item, vintage brooch, or a 90s action figure. Yes, vote at the end. Yeah, that's right, Lindsay and Alvin. Yeah, 3-way challenge now. So just vote at the end. Okay, after the mystery item. Yeah. 1970s, 1970s, okay. 1970s TV scene that looks like we're going to be doing, first of all.
So I'm going first, aren't I?
Yeah, hold on.
Hi, Kristen. How are you, my love? Thank you for coming over from across the pond.
Say like, all TV themed.
Okay, it's not all TV themed.
And it's not a vintage puzzle.
It's not vintage puzzle, but it's a puzzle about vintage things from the 70s, of which there's things from TV on there.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Yep.
I adapted it to fit, like I said. So what have we got? That's TV. Charlie's Angels.
Wonderful.
Clangers. Dad's Army.
Nice. Love Dad's Army.
Starsky and Hutch, Professionals.
Yeah.
Sweeney.
Oh, Sweeney. Wow, yeah, I remember the Sweeney.
Who wants to sing the song? I'll check the Goodies. Do you remember the Goodies, Faye?
Oh, the Goodies, no. Yeah.
See, I wasn't even alive in the 70s, so I just have to take it that it's right. I don't know.
Or Saturday Night Fever. We were actually talking while we were sourcing. We were in the car and we were talking. Faye said, I don't think I've seen a single film from the 70s. I pulled up Google and read out the top 100 films from the 70s. And I think you'd seen, well, you'd forgotten about a few, like Saturday Night Fever.
And Grease.
Yeah, Grease.
But you haven't seen any of the Star Wars, like the original Star Wars?
No.
Or anything like that?
No. So, yeah, that's mine.
Okay.
What did you pay for it?
I paid...
£2, was it
£1? £1.
You paid £1, right?
It will get listed on Amazon for 15, but we cross-list to eBay as well. So it will be on eBay too.
Right, okay. That's good.
So hopefully I hit the brief there.
Everyone loves a puzzle.
Everybody loves a puzzle. Everyone loves a puzzle. I love a puzzle myself.
I love puzzles.
Yeah, I do as well.
Who's next, Amanda? Is it me or you?
It's you, Simon.
Yeah.
Nervous.
He was really pleased when he found this.
Oh yeah, I was really pleased. This was one of the categories that we were struggling with.
Yeah.
The 70s TV theme, because I just thought, oh, you know, we'll find an old board game like, I don't know, Countdown, for example.
No, that was 80s because Channel 4 started in 1982.
Okay.
Come on.
you know what I mean. But I thought I'd find an old board game from a TV quiz or something, and I was struggling. But then I found it. Now this is similar to Faith. This isn't vintage made, but it is vintage theme, and it's TV,
okay.
And it's a DVD.
Oh, it's Bagpuss. Oh,
Yeah,
I love Bagpuss.
The complete Bagpuss.
Oh wow, the complete Bagpuss. Okay.
And it's brand new and sealed.
Wow.
It cost, I think,
50. No, it's 50p.
50p. and that sells on
50p.
Amazon
Yeah.
for 20. Well, currently it's listed the lowest price new is £20.68.
Wow.
That'll sell quite quick. So
Yeah.
It'll go on eBay too.
yeah, it's in pristine condition. Very, very, retro. I don't know. I mean, I remember Bagpuss. It was
Yeah,
on,
I do as well.
on around like before Pebble Mill or in the middle of
Yeah,
Pebble Mill.
I think I think it was after Pebble Mill. I think maybe it was the one in the afternoon when it was the mice, when the mice sort of like had to sort of like do things, isn't it, for them and stuff right at the end, the wooden mice.
It was Candlewick Green and Bagpuss, I think.
Yeah.
Faye's like completely lost.
Doesn't know what we're talking about.
Candlewick what? So yeah, that is my non-vintage vintage item from the 70s. That's TV themed.
Okay, right. Well, my one is vintage. It is TV themed. It's from the 70s.
Oh, you see, that's exactly the sort of thing I was looking for. Oh, brilliant.
So this is a Kojak detective game.
Oh, your camera's
Camera's moved. We're looking at your kitchen.
Oh God, sorry.
Are you watching that?
Because I've got these headphones in because my laptop, unfortunately, is no more. It's demised because my dog weed on it. So, so I don't have it. So every time I go, it's just my phone and it moves everywhere. So yeah, so this is by Arrow Games Limited. Obviously, what were his slogans, guys? Do you remember?
Oh.
I might just sit this one out. I have no idea. Is it American or English?
American.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's American. It was Telly Savalas, obviously. And he said, "Who loves you, baby?" Didn't he? Who loves you, baby? And also, he used to suck his lollipops. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He was always sucking a lollipop in the actual, like, in the film and stuff, like to try and, like,
to soften his character. What was
soften his character a bit, because he was a bit sort of like, I don't know if people used to warm to him though. I must admit, I wasn't very much of a warm Kojak. My dad liked Kojak. I wasn't really a fan of Kojak, but anyway, I found this game, and it's complete.
Oh wow, well done. Very,
it's complete. So you've got the board. So you've got the board game bit here. Let's get it out.
Faye's disassociating herself from your comment, Emsden.
And it's quite clean as well. It's not very sort of like, I'm turning around again. It's not very
it's good condition.
It's in good condition.
That's the bonus, isn't it, when you find something of that age in that condition.
That's what I thought when I found you. Born in the 70s.
And it's good when it's had the rules as well, because it's always handy when you pick up a game and then did out of the rules and I'm like, oh God, what did I pick that up for?
It's always a good sign as well when the box is in good condition that it's going to be complete, isn't it?
All the game pieces are here as well. Cards are in okay condition. They're not in brilliant condition, some of them, but they're all right. I mean, so they're not too bad, really. It's just the ones on the top, really, I suppose. But it's been played with. People have enjoyed it, so that's what I think. Even though it's not in pristine condition, but it's still all there. So I thought, well, yeah.
Will you be having a game of Kojak before you list it?
I don't think anyone will play with me in this house. No one knows what it is.
Yeah, anyone want to go to Kojak? What?
So that was mine. 70s.
How much
TV
did you pay?
Thing. Oh, you're not going to believe what I paid for this. I paid £2 for this.
Ooh.
And it was in a charity shop, actually, in Littlehampton. It's the one that they sort of like, it's a Lithuanian one. So it's not like a brand one. So it's not Scope or anything like that. It's just one of these ones that you go in and there's literally so much everywhere. You just got to like source things and stuff. But I think I was saying last week, I had like a game a few weeks ago, not this one, a football game. It was right down at the bottom of it. And I had to ask the guy to actually get all these games off. And there was probably about 60 or 70 games. above it, so it took about 10, 15 minutes. And all these people were queuing up at the queue. And I said, look, just go and serve people. It doesn't matter, honestly. I'll do it myself. No, I'll help you. So it got it eventually, but I felt really bad. But that's the type of place it is, though, one where, if you're in Scope or if you're in somewhere else, they'd all be sort of out for you, wouldn't they? Or, whereas, they're not, you got to rummage for them there. So
that's where you find the bargains.
That's where you find the bargains. It's true.
Yeah.
Who's that? Porky said, knock, knock. Who's there? Kojak. Kojak who? Kojak up the car. I've got a flat tyre.
Beam, beam.
Oh, dear. Lindsay Nelson, you find some amazing stuff, Amanda. Stuff we've never seen before. Love it. Yeah. So there we go. So that was my 1970s theme one.
How much do you reckon you'll be able to get for that game?
Only probably about 25. I mean, it's not like a huge amount, but on eBay it's about £25 for it.
That's all right. £2.50.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah. So,
well done.
So So right. So next one is which one shall we go for? Right, come on, chat. Which one do you want next? You always ask you. I'm trying to turn my head here because the thing keeps flipping round.
Are you pulling it with you? Cable.
Yeah, it's because my these cable. Yeah. Anyway, right, okay. I'll keep it still as I can. Right, guys, what's the next one then? So we've got a 1950s item still. We've got bird related. We've got a vintage brooch of any era, and we've got an action figure, a 90s action figure. So which one do you want, guys? Next. Jenny's put bird item. One's put brooch. That helps.
Bird item was first.
Bird. Okay, let's go for the bird then.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. Here we go.
Let's go for the bird-related one.
It's my Denby mug, vintage Denby mug. It's Chaffinch from the Birds of a Feather range.
Oh, that is lovely. I love birds myself. Chaffinch. I love all birds. They're cute.
And it's in really good condition.
Oh yeah, it is in very good condition. Yeah.
Dust, yeah.
That dust are a massive chip.
It's not a chip. It was £3. I paid quite a lot for it, but I was like, oh my god, there's a bird item on the shelf. Woohoo!
The only other thing we've seen before that in the day when we were sourcing was a massive picture on the wall, which was probably 5 foot long landscape of wading birds. I thought I can't really justify buying that.
No.
Wow.
I didn't know how much it was, but
no, but this is from the 80s, I think, and I paid £3, which was sort of a bit high. But in the same trip, I did buy a mug for 50p that I can get 25 for. So it was. I didn't mind so much.
Didn't have a bird.
It didn't have a bird on it though. So yeah, £3. I can probably get about 12 plus post for this.
That's good.
It's in very good condition. I am a sucker for picking up Denby. We sell Denby all the time. Anything Denby. I hadn't actually sold a bird mug before. So yes, that was my contribution.
Very nice. I like Denby as well. Love Denby.
I do. It's good quality, isn't it?
Good quality, yeah, definitely, yeah. Right, okay. Simon.
Yes, my item is it's vintage. It's a book, Birds of Europe. We'll have a little test in a minute, and we'll see if we've got any twitchers in the chat.
Okay.
It's from 1999, this edition. So we're going with that being vintage.
Yeah, because it's 20 years, isn't it? Vintage.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And this is going on Amazon, and it sells for £20.
Wow.
Used.
We paid £1.
Yeah. And let's just find my favourite bird, and we'll see. Bear with me. There it is. See who knows what it is. I'm sure people will know what that is. The black
oyster catcher.
Yeah, that's definitely my favourite bird. Spent a lot of time in Norfolk and Suffolk as a kid and holidaying with my parents, and that's all you hear.
Yeah.
The catchers,
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. So
Yeah.
that is my vintage bird related item.
And I was a twitcher when I was younger.
Oh yeah. I was a member of the RSPB
Me too.
as well. I have a bird book on my windowsill because we look out over fields and stuff.
Me too.
We get a lot of, we get a lot of like birds of prey and just anything weird I'll look up. What was that weird sounding thing we heard the other
Lapwing.
Yeah, was it lapwing?
Yeah.
Last summer they make they've got a nickname that's like the sound that they make.
Oh yeah, lapwing was what the bird was, but I don't remember.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
A bunch of pictures here then.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. I love birds. Absolutely love them. I love to watch. I watched the osprey when I was in Scotland, like going down and getting the salmon and stuff, and then and that was amazing. At the Loch of Lowes. Yeah, love birds.
Yeah. I love Scotland. Talk about Scotland all night, but probably.
I had a woodpecker in my tree the other day. Did you, Chris? Oh, in Bridlington. Blimey. I've never seen a woodpecker in Yorkshire yet, I don't think. So that's a good one, isn't it?
Was it a green woodpecker or a
spotted woodpecker?
Greater spotted woodpecker.
Or a lesser spotted one?
Yeah, I don't know what a lesser spotted one actually. Does that actually exist? I know the greater. Yeah. I don't know what that one is. It smaller than the greater? Because the greater is like black and white with red, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Green one's the classic green.
The green was the classic one, yeah. And they make that noise, don't they? Like knocking. You can hear it usually. If you're walking through a wood and you hear that knocking, you know the woodpecker.
They pull up our lawn and the dogs chase them away.
So it's black, white, and red. Okay, so it'd probably be a greater one then. Probably, a greater one. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. So my bird item is.
You haven't got a bird book, have you?
A paperweight. I got a paperweight.
Oh. Very elegant.
Yeah.
So this is obviously a swan. It's a paperweight. It's not Murano or anything like that. It's just probably 70s, 80s kind of era. Because I know that this is not a Murano one, because the Murano ones are obviously a lot more, they look
ornate,
a little bit better, yeah. But it's still nice. It's still nice, and I paid £1 for it, so
Yeah.
I expect. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, you get collectors, don't you, that want anything they can get their hands on that's a swan, for example. So
exactly, yeah. So I'm sure that she will go. She's very graceful anyway. Her tail's like quite nice with the blue, and then it goes to a different colour, which I quite like. But the only thing is a little bit of damage on the bottom. But not too much. Just obviously, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it.
Crash landing.
Had a crash landing, yeah. But I still think even if I got £10 for it, it's worth it on eBay. So I quite liked it.
Well done.
Yeah, nice. I love the colour.
Yeah, I love the colour as well. So beautiful. Thank you, Mandy. Love that, Amanda, Lindsay, and Alvin. Thank you. Yeah. So, right. So we've got left 50s vintage brooch or 90s figure. What does people want to see next? What do people want to see next? What do people want to see next?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on. We need for you to let us know.
Oh.
Brooch.
Oh, brooch. 90s brooch. Should we go with brooch?
Looks like we're going with brooch.
Going with brooch, yes. Okay.
Now,
I found this quite hard because brooches, unless you know about your sort of fastenings and clasps, which I don't, I don't know. I mean, there are things that I think, gosh, that's got to be modern, and it's not. It's old. So
yeah,
I'm hoping this is vintage.
Oh, that's nice. Yes,
it's rubber. It sort of has a bit of it's hard to. It's got a bit of a bend to it, and it's stripy, and it's a bit like a bow.
It's unusual. Definitely.
And
It's
then-
really nice. Different, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
clasp is one of those ones where you spin. It's sort of it's hard. It's got the little bit that you close it. So
Like,
I can't remember the actual name. So you slip it in the gap, and then you like spin
Push
the
it
thing
over.
over.
Spin it thing over. Yeah. Close it. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So, I
Spinny-
mean, for
spinny
all I
close.
know, it could be a very well done homemade Fimo brooch. Who knows?
Oh, it could be.
not
Could be.
Fimo.
Because I used to get those sort of fastenings in your Fimo
Let's
sets.
see if I can snap it.
No, don't snap it.
C clasp. That's right, Mandy. A C clasp. Yes.
Ah, there we go. So yes, that is my brooch. I was in the charity shops and I was saying to the people behind the counters, "Can I have a look at your brooch tray, please, from your magic cabinet? I'm on a treasure hunt. I'm looking for a vintage brooch." And yeah, that's that.
And I ended up with slim pickings.
He's gonna wear this with
I
pride.
found a
Go on.
really nice, like, tortoise brooch.
Right.
Have a look at it, and it had stones across its back in sort of lines, like coloured stones. And I was going to buy it, and
Yeah,
then
it's
I
80s,
realised some of the stones were missing, so they threw it in the bin in front of me. They just went, oh, okay, then, and just slung it. So I couldn't buy
Oh.
that, even if I'd have wanted to. But I just ended up with, now, here we go. I mean, me and Faye were fighting over who gets whose because they were bought together. Oh, God.
You just killed her.
It's a little wooden girl holding a bunch of flowers, I think. Yeah. No, I know nothing about it. I would.
All right.
It's
Okay.
painted, isn't it?
Yeah, it's painted.
Unusual as well.
It's wooden.
I mean, if you want to pin a.
Sorry.
I haven't even done.
Sorry, I've got a cough.
That's okay.
If you want to pin a little girl in a pink dress with a bunch of flowers to you, then I've got the brooch for you.
Yeah, that's
And,
really nice.
There we go.
Nice,
And in terms of
unusual.
its clasp, it's a C clasp, which I learnt recently. And there it is. There's our brooch.
Oh, they are lovely. That one, actually, think the one that Faye had that was like an 80s brooch.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought maybe. Do you think someone would like pin it to their shirt?
I
Got
think
like a
they,
bow tie.
yeah, because in the 80s they had all different sort of weird and wonderful, didn't they? Like different things going on. So I would have thought that that's probably what they would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it on the
Yeah.
side of a hat or something.
or the hat maybe. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like angled, isn't it? The size.
Yeah.
It's-
yeah. Definitely 80s.
It's a bit
So-
different. Or do you reckon Simon's is older?
I think Simon's might be a little bit older. I think yours might be 70s. Looks like a 70s one to me. That 70s brooch, I'm guessing.
Mm,
Hmm.
there we go.
What have you got,
Yes.
Amanda?
Go on, smash it out the park, Amanda.
So that's my
Ooh.
brooch.
Sparkly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously it's gold tone. It's not gold. It's just
Right.
gold tone. It's a costume jewelry one. And it is, these stones are rhinestones, but these rhinestones are like, if you flick them in sort of like, if you can see in the light, they change a different color. So they're like
Yeah.
pink. They look like pink, but actually, when you put them in the light, they look like red, don't they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But if I'm looking at it now, it just looks pink to me. But it's like, do you know the 50s? I hate saying this because I can never say it. But you know the Northern Lights?
Mm-hmm.
They're called.
Aurora
Aurora-
Borealis.
Go on, that's the one. Yeah, I'm glad you said it, not me. They have like in the 50s, they had like necklaces that sort of like were a bit like that, but that's what they were called, Aurora Borealis ones, where they sort of like just sparkled. So yeah, so this is like that, this one, but obviously it's not the white one, because it's the white one that shines like, because I've got a necklace upstairs actually, it's like a prism. So
Ah,
yeah, so this one is actually I'm guessing this could be. I don't know. I'm thinking it might be 70s. I don't think it's any older than that. I wouldn't have thought, because you've got certain class for the 50s, and this looks like a C class, which I don't think that's a 50s class. But still, it's a nice brooch.
To me, I'd have said, "Oh, it's got to be 90s. It's too shiny to be old."
Yeah.
But I always thought something from the 70s or older would be dusty and busty.
Yeah, sometimes you can find some amazing 50s brooches. I've found some quite a few times that have literally just been kept in a box, and they just look so like pristine when, because they've been kept in like cotton wool or something, so yeah, which is the best thing to keep anything in like that anyway. So
Oh, is it?
Yeah, cotton wool.
Oh.
So power dressing with shoulder pads, Lindsay said. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for my brooch. I can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So that was my brooch.
Very nice.
Well done.
So
2 more to go then.
Yeah.
right, guys, 2 more to go.
I hope you end on a high. I hope whoever when they pick the one that I want to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark. You've not missed the toy. Mark is here. He's the toy man, so he always comes with the toys. So.
Oh.
God.
So yeah. Really pretty, love a bit of bling. Thank you, Lindsay and Alvin. I'm from the 70s and I'm dusty and rusty. That's Mandy. Oh, so yeah. Right, okay, guys. So we've got 2 left. Sorry, we've got 2 left, haven't we? We've got 2 left. We've got an item from the 50s and a 90s action figure.
Well, look, let's go toy next.
Yeah, let's go toy next. That's what someone said. Limelight, Vinty.
Let's go toy next. Let's go toy next. Okay.
Okay, this was the hardest for me. Well, yeah, for me.
Yes, don't give any spoilers away.
No. Where we went, there was a real lack of 90s toys. Now, 90s is my era, so I will know a 90s toy pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
Action figure is, to be more precise. So I had to make do with Action Man from Happy Meal toy from the 90s, McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he goes in the bath.
Yeah.
I think he swims in the bath. Somehow. I need water.
Should we take the camera to the bath?
Yeah.
You'll move to the bath, please. I think you will.
Hi, Rich.
There he goes.
Oh, he's good. Yeah.
So,
twerking a bit, isn't he?
He is twerking.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my real naff attempt. I'm very sorry. I really struggled on that one.
No, that's not enough attempt. Action Man, 90s.
Mine.
Oh, you got your girl in there. Your little brooch girl was riding shotgun.
So I struggled further. So I couldn't get a figure. I saw one figure the whole day, and it was a Star Wars figure, and it wasn't. I don't know the new Star Wars movies, but I know the ones from the 70s.
Yeah.
And 80s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a character. It was like a new character, and it was Jax, Jakks, is it Jax?
Oh yeah,
The manufacturer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
manufacturer. Yeah.
and they wanted £8 for it as well, and I knew it wasn't from the 90s.
90s.
So,
No.
I left it behind, and all I got, and it's not even a figure, but it is a G.I. Joe military missile Jeep.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I should have put batteries in it. It pumps. So this is really where I failed. So sorry to everybody that's tuned in to see, the brief net. But yeah, these guns pump when you put batteries in. So it's quite cool. I don't have a G.I. Joe figure to go with it because otherwise.
No, but you got your little brooch. You could go.
Otherwise, I would be showing you the G.I. Joe and not the.
Oh,
no.
you're dead.
Down. Cannon for that.
Oh.
So yeah, that's as good as I could do, I'm afraid. There we go.
Okay.
It's from 1998, and it's Lannard.
Oh, Lannard. Yeah.
They make like the They don't like the little figures and stuff, don't they? I can't remember.
They make a lot of army stuff as well. A lot of army
Yeah.
stuff, Leonard. So yeah, really good.
So yeah, apologies for that. It's a bit embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right, my one
Sorry.
is a Kenner. So Kenner one, 1991, and it is him.
Oh, who's him?
Who is he?
So he is Kevin Costner out of The Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood.
Okay. If you hadn't have told me that, I wouldn't have got it.
No.
Nope.
He hasn't got any trousers on.
He's got trousers on. He's just got like a. This actually, you're really lucky to find this because a lot of it they go. I mean, I've seen them before. I've got another one of him, and he hasn't got his little thing on. So these do go. You know, kids play with them and things, and they just like take them off, and then that's it. They get lost. So it's quite rare in a way to find one like this. But he's 1990. He's Kenner. You can see, you probably won't be able to see it, but it says it obviously on there usually. And it says
drawn to his bum.
Yeah, I can't see
drawn to his bum. Yeah, 91. I can tell you a bit about this line. Okay, Mark, tell us a bit about this line, Kenner. Go on, if you want to tell us a bit about it, because I know that he knows a lot. Looked like Disney never knew that you could get a Kevin Costner Robin Hood figure. Yeah, he is. It's Kevin Costner Robin Hood 1991. It says it on here, 91 Kenner. And obviously that was when the film was. And it's actually called a longbow. Longbow Robin Hood.
I feel like I had 20 weeks or whatever it was stolen from my life from that song.
Sunday night.
Number one for that ever. Trumped by Rihanna.
Yeah. Oh God. I had a boyfriend at the time who actually what he did was every time he used to go to the jukebox, we used to work in a pub at the time, and he would put that song on every single time, and I was like, "Do you have to?"
It was trying to be romantic.
Romantic's fair enough. Once or twice, fair enough, but not every single time you go in the pub. Probably about 20, 30, 40 times, and I was like, "Oh, come on, put something else on."
Like everyone wasn't hearing it enough as it was.
Exactly, yeah. Was like Marcus put, was repurposed Star Wars and superpowers used for this line?
Repurposed
Star Wars and superpowers used for this line. Yeah. Well, this is a Kenner one. It definitely says Kenner on it. Kenner spells Kenner.
Yeah.
It's a Kenner toy. Now I have a few action figures actually. I have a few 90s action figures. So I was going and I wondered where to go with Will Smith, because I've got Will Smith, Steve Hillier also from Independence Day, and I thought, better not.
Is he throwing a fist?
Probably a bit controversial still to go for Will Smith. And I've also got Tommy Lee Jones, Men in Black. So,
I'd never pick these out in a shop. Would I?
You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I'd notice that, but I wouldn't. I'd recognise all of those that you've mentioned, but I don't think I'd pick them up to resell just because I don't. Yeah, we don't really. This is why we struggled with action figures. We just you see them about, but then you've got to start studying to know whether they're like reproductions or if they're old or whatever. I remember the Star Wars figures I had when I was a kid in the 80s and how different they are to the figures that you see now, in their build and everything. Yeah. So I can sort of differentiate those. But yeah, I know you do a lot of action figures. So have you got some videos about action figures?
Yes, I have actually. My early videos.
Yeah.
I did action figures. I actually got a whole box of them. Just loads of them. And you know that I'm a bit of an organizer myself, so I organize stuff. So I put them all into like categories. Found them all out. I got a lot of Marvel ones, DC comic ones, biker mice. And the shark ones as well. The sharks.
Shark.
Yeah, sharks. I can't think what they're called at the moment, but yeah, they're like an American series anyway, and they've been around for a while. got the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, you know, things like that, and then just literally like just went from era to era.
Yeah.
And I sold them. I've sold every one of those. They've all gone, and I was selling like £10 each. So you know, and I bought probably, I don't know, probably knows that probably about, gosh, at least like 200, at least 200 figures. So.
Oh, well. I know He-Man are good figures to look out for, aren't they? I think.
Oh yeah, definitely, and Thundercats as well.
Oh, Thundercats, yeah.
What about She-Ra?
Well, that's
She-Ra is really good. If you find a She-Ra and you find a box, you've got a very good money there. So, you know, but not only that, you've got like even Barbie dolls, to be honest with you, stuff like that. They are worth a lot of money. There's one on Facebook Marketplace actually that I tried to get, but it just sold, and I knew it would sell because it was just stupid money. They wanted 20 quid for it, and I knew that would sell for like maybe 80, 100 because it was like 89, and they are, and it was boxed. It was a Ken, but it was a rock and roll Ken, and they are quite sort of like, you know, they're not that hard to come by, if you know me, but in America, more of American rather than over here. So that's when I saw it. And I thought, oh, well, you know, they're over in America, but there's probably not many in the UK. And I messaged the woman and she went, I'm sorry, it's just literally gone. Like literally gone. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that's what it's like, you know. But honestly, Barbies, anything like that, any dolls or anything like that, some of them can be really collectible. Even the like 60s, 70s Barbies, you know, and all the different sort of like, you know, different things that they do. They had a load of career Barbies, for instance. I think in the 80s, you know, we did different things, and then you have different ones as well. There's absolutely loads, you know. I mean, I
guess you find them in bins with cuddly toys and stuff in charity shops, don't you? They probably just get slung in with everything else, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think that's the thing with charity shops is, you know, like as I said to you about one that I go to in Littlehampton, I mean, you know, they sling things in a bin, but I tell you what, if you just take that time to go delve down, there's amazing what things you can find. Really, you know, 70s and stuff, and even like 70s games as well. You know, a lot of vintage games and things like that. They do go really well. Jigsaws as well. I got a load of victory jigsaws last week. You know. I've only got two left now. So
what are the victory? What do you mean victory ones?
Victory's an old one, so it's a wooden one. So you know, you get your jigsaws now that you sort of like get like cardboard, don't you? The jigsaws,
yeah.
Well, these ones are wooden ones, sort of like 60s, 50s ones, where they did like pictures and things. You know, you can tell that they're older. And I picked up a load last week. For like £20 it was on the boot sale, and the victory ones. And the woman had literally, her aunt had died, unfortunately. She was just clearing out her house, and she'd had all these jigsaws like since she was a child, and she was just like getting rid of loads of stuff because she said, you know, we don't even live here, you know, we've got to get rid of as much possible. So I offered her £20 for it. She said, yeah, she took my hand off. She was like, yeah, great, that's fantastic, you know. And so I got all these victory ones. So, and there, you know, the different sort of like, you know, one of London Bridge, for instance, but more like an artist sort of like, you know, perspective of London Bridge.
Okay.
You know, so and things like that. And then I had a Doll's House one, which is obviously like, you know, dolls and in the 50s era type of thing. You know, so all these different pictures of, and then Sleeping Beauty as well in the 70s as well. Okay. So you know, so it's good. You know, these jigsaws that are older ones, victory ones are really good.
I have to look them up so I can like get familiar with what they look like, so I can keep my eyes peeled because I love a jigsaw.
Yeah. I've actually got a couple. I've still got a couple actually upstairs. So after the live, I'll show you quickly.
Yeah, cool. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Sorry to digress. Right. So we've got one last item, which is the 50s item.
Oh, I think this is your favourite item.
Yeah. So I didn't know these were 50s until I got them home. I bought something else that I thought might be 50s and was 20 years out. It was 70s. So there's a pair of this item, and I thought, I was surprised when I was doing my research, getting ready to list them, that apparently they're from the 1950s. So they are picture frames. They haven't got glass. They're sort of the same, but there's a bit of paper with flowers on inside. There's the back, and they're Depose, made in Italy. Hang on.
Oh, right. Okay. Nice.
It's made in Italy, and then God, I'm rubbish at this.
That's the made in Italy.
Made in Italy. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah. Depose. Yep. Yep.
Like I've struggled finding out a lot of information about them. Depose apparently is like famous for nativity scenes. It's Italian, obviously, and they did a lot of nativity scenes in sort of in the 40s, and then then there's some other random stuff that has Depose written on it. And I thought, okay, is it translated? Does it mean something completely different? Is it not a brand name? But apparently not. But yeah, they're from the 1950s, it turns out. They've got sort of a kind of funny metal bit on the back to keep your picture in.
Oh, okay.
This is sort of like wooden with rivets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not a screw in sight.
No.
It's all...
And they're just really nice. They're like, I don't know if they're brass.
Yeah.
They look very Renaissance sort of like look at the, around the frame. Very nice. Yeah, lovely. Very ornate.
I have listed them already because I thought, well, if they sell over the weekend, doesn't matter. I'll still have them for tonight because I won't post them until tomorrow. I've listed them for £30 for the pair. So I paid £3 each.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That was my efforts.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? Because you bought a plate and you found the person, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I bought a plate. It was just bear with me 1 second because I can't remember the brand of it. Begins with H. Honiton. Do you know Honiton pottery?
Yes, Honiton, yeah.
And I thought, oh, could that be 50s? And then I found I couldn't find any information out about it, about different pattern names or dates. So I found a Facebook group, went on the Facebook group, posted a picture saying, can anyone tell me about this sort of date? And the actual artist that painted it replied to my comment and said that she'd painted it in 1978.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
The chances of that, exactly. Yeah, that's amazing.
So like, you've just ruined my Reselling challenge.
But these, I thought they were Pastimes. Pastimes, the brand.
Oh yeah.
Because Jason Reselling. Do you know Jason? Do you follow Jason on Instagram?
Don't think so. No, I don't.
Oh, you should. Jason Reselling. He knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does really well, and he's picked up Pastimes. And I always think, why does Jason always find Pastime stuff? And when I saw these, I thought, oh, maybe they're Pastimes, and they weren't. But I bought them anyway, and the rest is history.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Must be my item.
Thank you.
It's your item, Simon.
Yeah, it's a complete anticlimax, to be honest.
I reckon I'm beating you.
Yeah. So it's an old. It's an old. You reckon you're beating me? Thanks. Look, stop, like baiting the voters, or whatever the phrase. It's a book from 1959, and it's called Lancaster, and it's about an old boat. Isn't it?
An old boat. It wasn't old at the time. The boat was not old at the time. The boat was very much a modern boat, and then it got bombed.
Yeah. Along the French coast, a bewildered, battered army had crowded the beaches and filled the little ports, waiting to be picked up and taken back across the channel. Lying off Saint-Nazaire was the liner Lancaster, 16,000 tons of elegance and steel, in which more than 4,000 men, packed into every available inch of space, could be carried to safety. Between 7 and 8 that morning, the first boats began to ferry their human cargoes out of the liner. Airmen, pioneers, infantrymen, engineers, gunners, and civilians. It won't take long. Around the Lancaster, a group of ships was lying, all too vulnerable in the shallow waters. And there you go.
And then it got bombed.
Yeah, it was struck by bombs and turned over and sank. But
at the end.
The end. Yeah, it's a
so it's a happy story. So it's a happy story then, Lindsay.
Very large font. So. I just read all of that. Yeah, a very happy story. But the reason I picked this up, other than the fact that I was finding it hard to find anything from the 50s, is because we'll buy books like this, or we'll get them at the auction, And they'll sort of be almost surplus to requirement. But we'll bundle them up into sort of 4s and 5s.
Right.
And we can sell sort of four or five, like 4s and 5s bundles for sort of £20.
Just old books.
Just old books.
Doesn't have to be on the same genre or anything.
Doesn't really matter what they're about. I don't know if they're going on like props or what.
A lot of home, like interior designers, have them on shelves and stuff, like for their designs.
I mean, it's not hard to find old books. I don't know why people spend good money on them, if you know what I mean. You know,
because they're time poor.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, true. Just get a brief, buy old books. Okay,
Yeah.
What's my budget? Yeah, so that is my item. This cost like 20 pence or something, and it's going to go in a bundle.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Lindsay and Alva have put new channel idea for Faye and Simon, reading with Simon.
Jack and Ori, yeah.
Yeah, I don't do much reading. Do I?
Me once years ago when we were courting, he read to me and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a reader, so
No.
Yeah. No, not really. I like watching YouTube and listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. Right. So mine is a 1950s bag.
Ooh.
So it is a debonair Patrice bag.
Ooh.
That's like a nice little bag.
So it's in here. It's still got. Oh, turn it around again. It's still got the actual paper in it.
Oh.
Is that vintage paper you've got there as well?
Vintage paper. And you can see there what it says there. That's the actual debonair they're called. It's debonair Patrice. She's 1950s bag. It's like it's like a Kelly bag as well in a way, but it's very small, and the clasp is very unusual clasp on it because it's like a really tall clasp.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
You can see.
Yeah.
Is that a good brand? Is that one that you would automatically look out for?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. It's called debonair. Yeah, it's real leather as well. Real leather bag.
It's an interesting shape, like how it's more sort of rounded on the.
It is an interesting shape one, and it's actually in very good condition. It's been kept very well, and as I say, it's got the vintage paper here as well.
Where did you get it from?
The charity shop.
How much?
I paid £5 for this, but £5 to me, I would pay up for something like this, a bag like this, because these bags go for about 35, sometimes to £40, and a good vintage bag. And the ones that I sell a lot, usually I sell them as props to like theatres and things like that as well, because people are always looking for props for their plays and things. So
nice.
Maggie Thatcher. Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah, that is a bit flash, isn't it?
Yeah.
David.
I was thinking my nanny.
She looks like this bag. Looks like a bag the Queen would have had. Oh well, yeah. But no marmalade sandwich in this one. I was thinking Dame Edna. Chris, Dame Edna. I know she had a bag, but come on, I had a bit more class than Dame Edna, I think. Maggie Thatcher. Maggie Thatcher. Oh, you lot crack me up. Maggie Thatcher. So yeah.
Take the Queen. Stick with the Queen.
Yeah, the Queen's a good one.
Yeah. But again, just a nice shaped bag, different shaped bag. So that's what I always go for, the unusual. That's what I do. I'm always picking up unusual items.
This is why I was nervous.
Yeah, actually, I picked up a couple of days ago. I don't know if you've seen my reel, but I picked up a vintage Art Deco fan that's like got little picture frames in it.
Oh,
Putting pictures in. So yeah, I picked it on the boot sale on Saturday, and I paid £1 for it.
Wow.
Because I don't think the guy knew what it was himself. Because
Okay.
I always go for unusual items and usually go on the stores that people don't know what they are. I'll just say to them, you know, cool, this is really unusual, you know. And he goes, oh, just give me £1 for it. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be us.
Yeah,
That'd be us.
have it for free.
That'd be us saying our stuff. Please, just take it away. We don't want to leave with anything.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
We don't know.
But you can get some really good stuff. You can get some really, really good stuff, I must admit, on the boot sale. But my boot sale's only 5 minutes down the road from me, so that's why I go all the time, I think.
Oh yeah, we've got one that's about 3 minutes from us, and we've only ever been once. And we've lived here over 3 years, and we call ourselves resellers.
Yeah, it feels like if it was in the blood, we'd be there every week. But
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Too early.
it's too early.
And when we did
Sometimes we
go,
drive past at about 11 and think, oh, maybe it's still on, and all the gates are closed and everything. They've been gone for hours.
yeah, when we did go, there was hardly anyone there because it was too hot. Do you remember? We're like, why did we bother?
Yeah.
I had to go to bed when I got back. It just ruined my day. I was just like, I never got up so early in my life.
Yeah, no. I mean, I do like it. I like the Thursday one because it's a collector's one, so you got more chance of vintage stuff. And actually, and you meet some real nice characters as well. I met this guy last week who he actually collects a lot of dolls. In fact, he's got 4,000 dolls basically.
Wow.
And he said like he comes every Thursday anyway. And yeah, I said to him, well, I'm a small business. I can't sort of like give you millions for these dolls. But I said, but you know, if I want to like maybe pick some up each week off you, and then I'll pick some up the week after. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'll bring a load. So you can bring a load of like Barbie dolls and stuff like that next time, and some vintage dolls just for me to have a look at, you know. Right. So, you know, it's nice to like get sort of people, you know, because you know you can get some good contacts at boot sales as well, which is always good. So,
yeah, we have discussed.
We had a good one, didn't we?
Oh, we did have a good car boot.
No, contact.
Contact.
Very plates.
Oh yeah. Yeah, lockdown ruined a lot of car boots. Like our favourite one didn't reopen.
Shame. Yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it? But then, one thing I will say though about the lockdown, it stopped with car boots. It stopped people from going into cars all the time, because when I used to do car boots myself, my pet hate was people going into your car before you even got anything out. You know, they go straight into your car, you know, oh, what do you want for this? What do you want for that? What do you want for this? I'm like, can you just like give me 5 minutes to set up first?
Yeah. It's intimidating.
It is,
you think they're distracting you, you're going to nick your bag with your money in it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I only saw a video a few weeks ago, but I had a video from the car boot sale, and I'd actually put my bag down because things were like going for like £1 and stuff. I thought, I'll grab some stuff. Put my bag down, and my phone was in there. And this guy next to me, he was a Polish guy, picked my phone out of my bag and said, "Oh, is this for free?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, I saw that. That's just insane.
Yeah. And I was like, "No, can you put that back, please? That's my phone." Do you know what I mean? But like, you know, it's just, you know, he knew. He knew that wasn't for free. Obviously, why would you? You know, it was right next to him. It's my handbag. Do you know what I mean? You went straight in it.
Basically, you caught him, and that was the first thing he could think of saying.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
What was that then?
Yeah. So yeah, but you get all different characters. You get all different. I mean, the thing I like about boot sales myself is that you get all different characters there. But not only that, it's just it's quite easy to source stock for quite a good price, you know, and you can get some good stuff. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I think I showed on my reel as well. I got some colouring pencils, you know, the Eagle ones that are like 1960s, 1950s, 1960s ones that are still actually in the box and actually, you know, are all still there. You don't get that a lot because people lose things, you know. So, you know, things like that I always find unusual. So I'll pick them up.
Oh, we'll have to come down and see and come sourcing with you. Sounds very interesting, the stuff you come across.
Yeah. You have to come to one of your car boots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
A late one.
Yeah.
A late one.
We'll have to come down the night before.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Right, so I'll do the mystery item. I have a mystery item, and people can guess what it is. Yeah. So yeah, before we do the vote, so this week it is this.
Ooh.
Is it a soap dish? Do you put your
Nope.
soap on it and then you open it and it swallows the soap into a thing? Oh no. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, I feel like I've seen something like that before. Are we allowed to get you to open it?
Yep, I can open it. I meant to open it, yeah. Here we go.
Wow. God. I mean, it can't be for cutting something, can it? Like, it's
Put your
too-
fingers in it and close it.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to know what it does if you do that. We'll have a guess.
Is it something for camp? Is it vintage? I guess it's vintage.
Yeah, it is
Is it-
vintage.
Is it something that...
Anything vintage?
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
It
I
is
was trying to like...
Funny question.
Yeah.
Is it female or male?
Is it... You put a candle in it?
Kind of, not
Ooh.
quite.
Oh, is it?
You're
there?
warm. You're
Has
warm.
Like Vinty got it. Is it a plate warmer or something?
You're warm. What has she said? No, it's not a plate warmer. No,
Mouse
but you're
fan, yeah,
you're warm, Faye. You're warm. You're not quite there, but you're warm.
Do you put like start a fire in it and then take it and put it on your fire and
yeah, fire starter sort of thing, like for embers.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
nuts.
yeah. You do, but it's got a certain thing. You got to
Barbecue.
not quite, but you're getting there.
smoking? Is it a smoking accessory? No.
Pan stand? No, not a pan stand.
Getting cold. So it's for something to do with fire.
Do you put it on a fire and put your kettle on it or something?
Oh, like a trivet? No, it wouldn't be a
No,
trivet.
to boil your kettle.
Do the spikes go into the ground? No, they don't go into the ground. No, that's not that way. It's that way.
Oh, is it
Up
a
this
mold
way.
trap?
Oh, do you put skewers on it?
I suppose you could put skewers that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Is it for camping?
It
Mark,
is.
Is it?
Ah.
You're the camper. Bear Grylls over here. He didn't get it.
It is. It is a.
A picnic cooker.
Oh, wow. Solid fuel picnic cooker.
Yes.
Blimey. Wow.
Yeah, it's a picnic cooker. Basically, they used to obviously, just have solid fuel in it. There's no solid fuel in this one. The solid fuel is out of it. But it used to have pyro solid fuel tablets. Can you imagine taking those on a picnic?
Yeah, it'd be a bit stinky, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Was that like a giant firelighter or something?
Yes, it's like a giant fire lighter. So you put it actually in there, and then it literally lights up, and then you actually cook.
Put your pan on top.
Put your pan on top. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
See, I have a Trangia. I'm old school. Not
Yeah.
as old school as that.
But, I mean, the thing is, right? If that was on the side, if that wasn't in its box, that was just on a shelf at a car, like on a table at a car boot or on a shelf in a charity shop, I would never have thought that was vintage. But obviously, the box gives it away.
Yeah,
But the actual item itself,
yeah.
I would never thought that's vintage.
And I think it's American as well. Actually, I don't think it's from this country. So, no, I think it's American. It looks like it's American. It looks like American advertising. To be honest with you, I can't really see our country doing that sort of advertising. I might be wrong, but
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So, do they go for good money?
Well, I went on eBay to have a look at one. And they go. Then they're not brilliant money. They go like £10, but I only put
Nice.
50p. I pay 50p for it.
Yeah.
So in a box,
it's
bound in
gonna-
a box.
It's not like much can go wrong with it or anything like that. is
No,
it?
exactly. And I don't think I'd particularly take it on a camping trip, to be honest with I think probably, still stick to the old fire. I think, I think I don't even know how it'll actually work. I keep looking at it going, how would you actually like light something and make something warm, stick something on it? Wouldn't it go out? But then, of course, it wouldn't go out, would it? Because it's like a fire lighter. Fire lighters, I think that's what
it does look like you'd be waiting a while.
I'd just go to the pub.
Me too.
Chips, please.
Yeah. Right, that's why you went with that person to get chips and you left me camping on my own for hours.
Yeah, we were camping on the Isle of Mull, right
All
down
right.
near, Iona.
Oh, right, yeah. How lovely,
on,
yeah.
Like camping on a beach, and this American turned up in his kayak, and he was like kayaking around all the islands. And he'd been out for days, and he'd had a bit of he'd spent one night on rocks on the coast because it had got a bit wild, and he'd had to basically abandon his kayak sort of on, in the coast, like not doing anything, spend the night
in a cave,
just basically in a cave. Yeah, and he found us, so we took him to the well. So I said, okay, let's go and get some fish and chips. So I took him to the nearest pub. It was about 5 miles away. We stopped for a few beers and left Faye on her own back.
I never met this guy. I met this guy for like a minute. I thought Simon had been murdered.
I just couldn't, we went to get food and he was like, any chance that we could go for a beer? And what could I say? I couldn't say no. He'd been on his own for like 5 days, adrift in the Atlantic.
Yeah. Oh,
I've got to take him to the pub. Poor bloke.
Oh. Right, guys. So we need to now vote. We need to vote, guys, for who do you think won the challenge tonight?
He didn't bring me back any fish and chips, I don't think.
No,
by the way.
Sorry, I did. Lindsay and Alvin, we ate our meal in our tent, all three of us.
Did we?
Yeah.
So before we vote, what we usually do is show the items quickly to them again, because sometimes people forget, or people have come on before or after and they haven't seen all the items. So, Faye, do you want to go first and just quickly go through your items?
So, my 70s themed puzzle with TV programs on it. My bird themed mug, vintage Denby. My 80s masculine fashion brooch. My McDonald's Happy Meal 90s Action Man bath toy. And my 1950s deposed brass picture frames.
Very nice.
Vote for me, people. Vote for me. Ring the number.
I got, what was first?
This.
Oh yes, my bag purse non-vintage vintage DVD. Oh, it's not the camera, I think. It's Birds of Europe next. My vintage bird book.
Yep.
My lovely brooch. My non-figure G.I. Joe action figure. And my old book about a sinking boat from 1959.
Okay. So mine was the Kojak game for the 70s theme, night TV theme.
Yeah.
Turn it around again.
So,
right, what was the next item? I'm thinking now. What's the next item? Bird related, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the swan. Brooch.
Very nice.
And the figure, Kevin Costner, Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, 1991, Kenner, and this bag, which was the Debonair Patrice bag, 50s bag. Right, okay. So, right, guys, let's vote.
Someone's already voted.
No.
And sense from third place, Simon, lol.
Thanks, Marie.
God, ladies first, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look at his little face.
I'll just leave now.
Ow, itchy foot.
This week for us, the winner is Amanda for the bling brooch and the gorgeous bag. Thank you,
Oh.
Lindsay.
Mm.
But that's only one.
Well, there's
we have to wait for
20 people in the chat, I think.
Yeah, 21 people in the chat, and come on, guys.
Just got to type Simon or Simon.
Oh, yes.
I think Faye, first Amanda, second Faye, third Simon. That's
Wow.
Jenny. And then Chris, I think Faye wins with her brooch and photo frames.
Me too.
Oh, so that's one win for you and one win for Amanda. I mean, I'm completely out of the running.
So Lindsay won for me and 2. So Amanda for the Kenner, then Simon for the G.I. Joe.
Oh,
There you go. You're second there, Simon.
thanks.
You're second
Lou.
there.
Gonna buy it.
In other words, he just thinks my toy's crap.
Compared to mine, it is.
Well, yeah, no.
Faye had some great things, but we think Amanda just pipped you.
Amanda's the host. Come on. Stop there.
She can't win every week.
Yeah.
I don't win every week. Trust me. I don't win every week. I think it was Tongue's Boutique, James. He pulled it out of the bag a few weeks ago when he got this stuff. I was like, oh my God. But I do it just to take part more than anything. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Same here. Yeah.
I
wasn't interested in winning.
No,
at
I
all.
was.
Yeah, I'm not competitive at all, honestly.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. Not an iota.
No.
Oh my
Very
God.
competitive.
Dave's not gonna. She's gonna be going on about this all week.
Oh.
No, we did have a lot of fun though. It was good. It was good, and we made a video actually when we were sourcing, so I'll get that edited and.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's good.
I'll link to yours at the end so people can see the result of the tragedy.
We can do a toy off, Amanda. Yeah, Mark, of course we can. Yeah, just message me on Instagram and we'll do a toy off, not a problem. Toy off? That sounds toy off.
Amanda.
So, so next week we have Max coming to do the challenge. So he's not on...
Maximus and Co.
Maximus and Co. Yes.
Oh.
He's I was meant to have Richard as well. I've been trying to get hold of Richard, but he's been ill, bless him. So Max said he'll just do it himself next week. So and then Rich can maybe do one later on. But yeah, so he's on next week to do the challenge. So
I feel like Rich can get on because last night he went on to say he wasn't going on.
Yeah.
How long was he on for? Quite a while. He was on for a little bit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
I saw he was live.
Yeah. So, so that's what I've got next week. And obviously, I do a 2 to 3 now each day, daily. That's just me showing my vintage items, talking about them. If anyone's interested in sourcing anything like vintage, obviously I do try and say that vintage is a good thing to source, and you can make quite a bit of money from vintage. I've been doing it quite a long time now, and so I just do a 2 to 3. So tomorrow I'm doing, I know people don't like clothing, but I'm just doing things about clothing on 50s clothing to show you what you should look out for vintage.
Mm.
So yeah,
The vintage clothing is interesting, isn't it? Like, I think if you spotted something that you thought was vintage, you might have a second look at it. Do you know what I mean? No.
She's like, no, I don't want any more clothes. I don't want any more clothes.
No. We've got a rail of vintage clothes in there. Simon's grandma's stuff that we've been selling. And so many of it is vintage. Simon's grandma had great taste in clothes. She liked expensive clothes. We've got loads of it. But it's time and enjoyment, yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, if I see something that I see vintage in a charity shop and I know it's vintage, and I think it's going to make money, I will pick it up. I mean, I've picked up like stockings and things from 1950s. Do you know what I mean? Stuff,
Wow.
stuff that you wouldn't even think, you know what I mean? But you would even look at. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. They are 1950 ones. Because somebody's obviously, you know, maybe Auntie Jo has unfortunately passed away, and you know they've put a load of stuff in the charity shops, and people just don't know. You know, people haven't got the knowledge in charity shops, so literally they just put them into like drawers and stuff, and they're left there. Do you know what I mean? And you know, till somebody finds them, that actually knows what they are. You know,
Yeah.
So yeah.
So are you doing much sourcing this coming week?
Yeah.
Do you source every day usually, or like how often do you source? I
source on a Thursday and a Saturday. They're my main 2 days because they're the boot sale ones. But then I do go to the charity shops. I mean, the thing with charity shops is usually in the mornings, they'll put out all the good stuff straight away, and then obviously you go by the afternoon, a lot of the good stuff has gone. That's what I do. So I always try and do the mornings rather than the afternoons. So yeah, but yeah, no, there's some good stuff to be had out there. There's still loads of stuff out in the wild. You know, you just got to source it and just got to look really. But the thing is, it's easy for me to say because obviously I do vintage, but modern stuff I don't have a clue on. A lot of the modern stuff I wouldn't have a clue on anything. I mean, I could see something in a charity shop, you know, and I know that they can go for quite a lot of money, certain modern things, but you know, I wouldn't have an actual clue. So yeah.
Is that your dog?
That's my dog.
Ah, okay. We were trying to work out if it was one of ours.
No, that's Porter. Porter. He's out the back.
Is he whining?
There. He's whining because he wants to come. He wants to come in and see me. I'll say goodbye to chat and I'll show you Porter afterwards. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. If you aren't doing anything, want a cup of tea, or whatever, we'll chat between 2 and 3 tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. So yeah. Apart from that, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for taking part. And I hope you had a good time tonight. I hope that we kept you entertained. Thanks, Porky. Thanks, Faye and Simon. Great items. Bye, chat. Have a great week, everyone. Yeah. Thank you. So
thanks very much for having us.
Yes, thank you. And thanks everyone for joining in and letting me come second.
And obviously, George as well. George does his challenge live listings, which is quite good as well. I think he's on at 7 o'clock every day as well. So yeah, George.
In the morning?
George?
No.
In the evening at 7 o'clock. He does like a live listing.
Well, people get up early, don't they? Resellers get up early.
Night, Chris. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul and Marie, because they said night to us before. And I think we've had Limelight Vinty as well. Night, Jenny. And who else was there? Mark as well. Night, Mark. So yeah, thanks very much. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next week with Maximus. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.